Okay, let's do a couple of example on parametric equations. So typically parametric equation is given in the form of a third variable. So in this case, for example, a curve is written using parametric equation x equals to t minus 3 over t. So t here can be usually time, and then y equals to t squared plus t over t. So the question is, find the first derivative dy with respect to x and the second derivative with respect to x at times equals to or t equals to 1. So as you can see here, x is expressed in terms of t and y is also expressed in terms of t, but the question is find the derivative of y with respect to x, not with respect to t. So in this case, we will have to use a chain rule to solve or to find dy dx, okay, as well as the second derivative with respect to x, and then calculate the value at times or t equals to 1. So let's see what we have. We have x equals to t minus 3. So what we can do is, of course, to convert or take the derivative of x with respect to t, not to the y. So therefore we write down dx with respect to t, dx dt. So in this case, we have a quotient, a fraction, so we need to use a quotient rule by taking using the formula is given here, okay, v times du over dx minus u times dv dx over v square, which is the dy dx. So in this case, we are replacing u, the numerator, with replace the numerator with letter u and the denominator with letter v. So v equals to t. Du with respect to dt, or derivative of u with respect to t, equals to 1, and derivative of v with respect to t, dv dt, equals to 1. So the formula is v dy dx minus u dv dx over v squares, then can be substituted. Okay, so v here equals to t, and then du dx or du dt, will be 1. Okay, so let me just make a correction here. So this is supposed to be t, and then this is supposed to be t also. So and then moving on, minus u is t minus 3, and then dv dt is equals to 1. So in here is supposed to be simply 1. Oops. Times 1 over v square. V here is t, so t square, and therefore by simplifying we have dx over dt to be 3. Okay, because of the t minus t is 0 and then plus 3, so we have 3 over 3 square, and therefore dt over dx is just flip it. Okay, we have t square over 3 for dt over dx, and then this one is dx over dt. We need this dt over dx later on, as you can see in the chain rule. Next, for the y expression in terms of t, we have here t square plus 4 divided by 4. So again, we will need to use quotient rule, okay, using the same formula. So in this case, our u is t square plus 4, our v equals to t, so du dt is 2t from here, du dt, the derivative of u with respect to t, and the derivative of v with respect to t is 1. Plug the value into the formula to find dy with respect to t, dy dt, equals to v, which is t, times the derivative du dt equals to 2t, minus v, which is minus u, which is t square plus 4, times the derivative dv dt, which is 1. So this is 1 over t square, as you can see here, which is v square over v square, because v is t, so this is t square. So simplifying the whole thing, we have 2t square minus t square, which is 1 t square minus 4 minus 4. So dy over dt is this one, and we can rewrite this as 1. So t square over t square is equals to 1. So this is 1 minus 4 over t square, or 4 times t raised to the minus 2 here. That's our dy dt. So the question was asking for dy with respect to x. Derivative of y with respect to x can be written as dy over dt times dt over dx. As you can see here, dt can get cancelled, okay, and we have the information of dy dt, which is that one, this one, and then we have also the information of dt over dx, which is over here, dt over dx. So substitute the value y of dy dt, which is 1 minus 4t square, which is here, dy dt, multiply by dt over dx, which is t square over 3. So proceed by calculation, distribution, and we have 1 over 3 times t square minus 4, because the t square get cancelled here, so only 4. So this is our dy dx, which is in terms of, which is expressed in terms of t, simply by calculating this part here. And therefore at t equals to 1, we just substitute the value of t equals to 1. We have 1 over 3, 1 square minus 4, we got minus 3 over 3, or minus 1 as the value of dy dx at t equals to 1. So that's the answer for the first problem. And the second problem is find the second derivative. So we have the dy dx, which is that one from here, from this calculator here, and the second derivative can be taken from by taking the derivative of the first derivative. So taking the first derivative d of, which is that one, which is this is the first derivative, t square minus 4. We take the 1/3 out of the equation, the coefficient of 1/3 out of the d over dt, so multiply by dt over dx. So again, this is the one highlighted in yellow will get cancelled out, and in here this expression here allow us to take the derivative of things inside the square bracket with respect to t, because the symbol here is t. Because we taking the derivative of t square minus 4 with respect to t, then we need to cancel this dt with another dt over here, so we get equivalence with respect to x. So dt over dx is known from our previous calculation here, which is that one, dt over dx, t square over 3. So the second derivative, dy dx square, equals to 1/3 the derivative of this part. The green part here is simply 2t with respect to t, therefore only 2t. So 1/3 times 2t times dt over dx, which is 1t square over 3, and simplifying we will get 2 over 9 times t raised to the power of 3, t cubes. Again, at t equals to 1, we simply replace the t equals to 1. We therefore get the answer for second derivative is 2 over 9. Okay, let's do another exercise on parametric equation, solving or finding the derivative, differentiation of a parametric function. So x is here is in terms of theta, cos theta, and then y is sine theta. Question is find dy dx and the second derivative, okay, of y with respect to x when theta equals to pi over 4 or equals to 45 degree. So we have the information x equals to cos theta, so we can take the derivative of x with respect to t, so dx over d theta, sorry, so derivative of cos is a negative sign, so we got negative sine theta for the first derivative of x with respect to theta, and we have y equals to sine theta, and therefore we can take the derivative of y with respect to theta, and therefore the derivative of sine theta is cos theta. To find the answer, just like before, to find the dy dx, we will need to multiply these two, which is a chain rule, dy over d theta multiplied by d theta over dx. Again, I will just highlight that this d theta here can get cancelled, so the expression is still the same, dy over dx, dy over dx. So we have the information of dy over d theta, which is that one here, sorry, dy over d theta is that one, cos theta, and d theta over dx is this one, d theta over x is just minus, sorry, 1, negative 1 over sine, because it is the inverse, okay, the flip. So we get negative cos theta over sine theta, which is equivalent to negative cotangent theta. Another word of cos over sine. If we have sine over cos is a tangent theta, but this is the opposite. Cos over sine, this is cotangent theta. And we given the information that theta is pi over 4, which is 45 degree. So the description of that will be like this, okay, angle 45 degree another one there, and this length is the smallest length is 1 and then square root of 2, the diagonal. Therefore tan theta will be 1 over 1, okay, this over this is the tan theta, and cotangent theta is simply the opposite, so same thing, this is negative sign, so we got negative 1 for cotangent theta. Moving on, that's our first derivative, which is negative 1, and the value of theta is the value of theta will be 45, therefore we got the value of theta at pi over 4 is negative 1. Second derivative, dy dx, you can do the same thing, so by taking the derivative of the first derivative. So this is the first derivative if you want, okay. This is that one, and we already know that value is equal to negative cotangent theta, and because it is expressed in theta, so we can take the derivative with respect to theta, so that's why we have d theta here. This d theta can get cancelled with that theta with respect to x, therefore we're still taking the derivative of negative cotangent theta with respect to x, and this is because this is a first derivative, therefore this is equivalent to second derivative. And the derivative of cotangent theta, negative cotangent theta, is cosecant square theta, and the theta over dx, that one already provided before, okay. D theta over dx is that one, which d theta over dx is that one, so negative sine theta, so we have 1 over negative sine theta. So again, why the derivative of cotangent theta is cosecant theta is just by memorizing or standard conversion. I have the tables here, let me see if I have here. Cotangent here, negative cotangent is cosecant square, so negative cotangent, negative cosecant square. So that's how you get the cosecant square here, because this is already negative, so we have positive. And d theta over dx is negative sine theta, as calculated previously here. So the whole thing is this one is equivalent to cosecant theta or negative cosecant theta, therefore we have cosecant or negative cosecant cubes theta. So what is cosecant is, as you can see here, secant is 1 over sine, and sine is, by definition, sine is this one, 1 over square root of 2, and therefore cosecant is square root of 2, because square root of 2 times 1. So if you like, this is equivalent to, originally it was cosecant 2, sorry, square root of 2, okay, times square root of 2 times square root of 2. So therefore we have one of them, this is a negative, so negative times negative is positive times negative again, so you have negative 2 times square root of 2 as the answer. Okay, so that's the answer for second derivative is negative cosecant cubes theta, cosecant theta cubes. Let's do another one this time. So x in this case is written as expressed as 3 sine t and y equals to e raised to the power of t. Again, the question we just find the first derivative, no need to go to the second derivative. So just like before, start with whatever information that we have. So we have x equals to 3 sine theta. Therefore, we can take the derivative of x with respect to, sorry, this time it's t, not theta. So let me just 3 will be, the sine is cos theta, okay, that's dx over dt, and then we have y, equals to e to the power of t. Therefore dy with respect to t is, again, this is only one, yeah, actually 1 time e to the power of t. That's the first derivative. And the question was asking what is dy dx. Okay, dy dx is equals to dy over dt times dt over dx. So in this case we have dy over dt, which is the one on the right, which is e to the power of t, and dt over dx is the opposite of this thing, so it's the opposite, sorry, the inverse, which is 1 over 3 cos t. Therefore we have e over t over 3 cos t. I think that will be the final answer for our problem. Okay, here's another one. Let's make some room first of all, and let's do that. Okay, again this is similar as before, so we only ask the first derivative dy with respect to x. So we can start by finding the dx over dt. So we have x equals to t over t minus 1. Therefore the x with dt is simply applying the quotient rules. Our u equals to t, therefore du over dt equals to 1, and our v here is t minus 1. Okay. And therefore dv over t is also equals to 1. So the formula for quotient rule is v square, which is t minus 1 square. Okay, this is t minus 1, the formula, if you know. Let me just write down. In this case dx over t, dx over dt, okay, equals to, v square, this is v times du dt, v times du dt minus u times dv dt over v square. Sorry about this, just a reminder. So by applying this formula, v, which is t minus 1 times du dt, which is this one, 1, just plug it, minus u is t, times dv dt is 1 over t minus 1 square. So this thing becomes dx over dt becomes t minus 1 minus t. So we have t minus 1 minus t. So this thing get cancelled. This is t minus 1 square is equals to simply negative 1 over t minus 1 square as our dx over dt. And then for the dy over dt, we have our y equals to t square minus 1. So write down y equals to t square minus 1. Therefore dy over dt is simply 2t, and that's it. So to answer the question of dy over dx is equals to dy over dt times dt over dx, and this allow us to answer the dy over dx by adding dt, and which is equivalent, we still equivalent, we can cancel each other out. So we have the information to answer because we have dy over dt, which is 2t, and our dt over dx is the opposite of that one, which is simply negative t minus 1 square. So overall comes negative 2t over t minus 1 square as the final answer. Negative 2t times t minus 1 square. Okay, that'll be all for now.